Well, hello there, my angels, blessings, and greetings. I am Tigra, your humble host, and you are at Sacred Sagittarius Angels Answers All, one of your original, long-standing, created Sagittarius only channels. I thank those of you who continue to ride along with me during our spiritual journey, and I continue to also be grateful for those of you who subscribe, still join, watch, and comment on the videos. Your comments, your likes, and shares are very important because we are on YouTube and it's part of the algorithm. It's needed so that the videos can get enough views so that they circulate and be populated and reach the rest of the Sagittarius community. So be a doll and do your share. Even if the reading doesn't resonate with you, you can still give a thumbs up because you appreciate the free and consistent content that I post. I hope all is well. We're going to continue with general energetic readings. We're now into mid-month January, and we're going to start out with some angelic messages from our ancestors. So let's bow our head in silence, and as I clear the space, as always, I like to chime in and clear all toxic energies. Let's bow our head down and ask in God's grace. Heavenly Father, we call upon you to continue to bless the energies and life of myself and Sagittarius and those who come to this channel. We pray that our ancestors are listening to us, that they're there guiding us and protecting us. We thank them for their guidance. We thank them for the foundation and pillar of strength that they are and shall always be in our life. We humbly thank you and we give you all grace and gratitude. Amen. Okay, if this is your first time, don't let it be the last. Of course, hit the subscribe, share, like button. And also know that I shuffle and pray over all of my decks and cards before I start each reading. I may or may not shuffle live. I have a very small space to work with, so you won't see a lot of things that you might see on other channels as far as the activity, but know that I am being guided to the cards and that they are in the shape that they need to be in to be ready for your messages. Okay, let's first start out. Before we get directly to the messages from our ancestors, let's put an angelic card. We get, at times, Sagittarius, you may receive a series of favors or unexpected gifts for no apparent reason at all. Doesn't that happen sometimes? People are just nice to you and we're shocked or surprised because we live in such crazy times and people are so disconnected and not as loving and as friendly and as caring as they should be. But so when someone goes out of their way, especially when you have no relationship or kinship to this person and they're nice to you, it does seem odd, right? The angels are here to remind you, though, that you are deserving of those good things. So when someone does come upon you and they bless you with a basket of flowers, a bouquet of flowers, a glass of water if you're thirsty, they help you financially, they pray over you, they look over you emotionally, or they're just there to, lend their ear and be a comforting soul. Know that this is probably not only something that you deserve, but you've probably paid it forward for the many times that you did good things for other people. Because as we know, we don't always get back the same kindness from those from whom we bestowed the kindness from. So don't be surprised when good things come your way. You've earned it and you've probably paid it forward. So receive it in God's light. So I love that. And I think it's a good reminder for some of us because we do tend to get caught up with the complexities of life and we do forget that there still are good people in the world and we are good people. And as long as we are good people, then our light can hopefully still shine and inspire others to do and to be good as well. Let's see what other messages we get. Not everyone is truly in your corner, so your ancestors want to remind you not to be trusting of everyone. Sometimes it's the people that are closest to you are the ones that mean you the most harm, or those that are aligned to you consistently. So not everyone is truly in your corner. You have people in your corner, and I'm not saying, or the universe or the ancestors aren't saying that you don't have people that are riding for you, but they might not be there for the right intention. They might have alternative motives. So again, you have to be able to weed out who's truly for you and those that are like the weak link, so to speak, and keep it moving. Some of you might have some beef, you might have some disagreements, or there might be some long-standing conflicts between you, family members, or friends that still have not been settled. Your ancestors feel that energy around you. They sense the toxicity that it brings into your life. So they're hoping that you can alleviate or stay away from that type of energy or from the people that bring that discord and challenge with you. Again, you're not going to truly have everyone in your corner, and you're not going to get along with everyone. You have to make space and weed out and pull yourself out of situations that are toxic, that will not put you into having conflicts. Of course, you're going to run into people that just want to fight or just be disagreeable. That's their bag, but you don't have to step into that. You can set the boundaries and choose to walk away from it and release whatever feelings you have towards them, and don't give them any of your energy or attention. With the card, people show you their true colors. Observe. If you were to truly observe your ancestors feel and pay attention truly to the people that are around you and what people say, their actions and their lack of actions, you would make better choices in your selections of friends and even partners and lovers and associates. It will prevent you from having a lot of beef, because people do show you who they are through their non-actions and their actions. And once you come to that realization, that is when you see the truth in who is really for you and who really isn't. At the bottom of the deck, wow, I love it. I love it. The ancestors, yeah. Not everyone is truly in your corner. Not everyone is going to ride and die for you, Sagittarius. You're going to have a lot of friends and family and associates that when you need them the most, they're going to scatter and be far away and ghost you. Know that those who are truly in your corner are going to be the ones that are going to ride and die. They're with you during the good times, the sad times, the hard times, the challenging times. They're the ones that call you for no reason, just to say they love you or to see how you're doing. They're not the ones who are just going to be there when the money's flowing and the booze is, at all the parties, and you've got all the right people with you and you're doing all the right thing and you're in the right connections. These are the people that are going to be with you when you have your last dime or you don't even have a dime to offer. They're going to be with you when you might not have food on your table, shelter over your head, or a job to go to. Those are the people who are your ride or dies. Those are the people who are truly in your corner. So for some of you, your ancestors are really trying to bring that to the forefront for you to pay attention to, because a lot of you might be associating yourself or trying to make communion or make connections with people and believe that you have connections with people that are healthy, that are true, that are honest, and they're not. And they want you to, yes, tighten up your circle and really identify. Look, see, hear, and listen to what those around you are saying and doing, and weed out those who are the enemy in your camp. Many of us sleep with the enemy, but we also associate with the enemy in everyday life because we're dealing with people that are not really in our corner. They pretend to be our friend, but again, they're our friend for their own personal gain. I'm going to go to 2 messages they want me to that they feel you need to focus on or they're concerned about when it comes to your love life. And the first one is seduction. You have to be careful not to be seduced by people's attractive looks or their sexy words or their sexual favors and fantasies and all the cute things that make you feel warm inside. They could be leading you down to a road of destruction. If you have someone who has a real high sex drive, they want you to be aware that this person probably has other sexual fantasies or has such a high sex drive that they are more prone to be in a third party situation, and that they succumb to temptation to cheat out of the relationship or to go out of the relationship. So watch how your partner moves, or the person that you talk to romantically, how they talk to other people in crowds, men, women, whatever it is. You have to be careful of those on the down low these days. So having a partner that is very seductive and sexy is great when it's just towards you. But when you feel that their energy is like that amongst other people as well, then you need to question that. They also want some of you to get back out there and start dating. They feel that some of you, yes, you've done the healing, but now you need to go back out there. You need to have faith in yourself and trust the process and know that you too still deserve to have love. Just because you've been hurt in the past and just because you might have not made the right choices and selections in partners doesn't mean that you need to punish yourself forever. So they do want some of you to go out there and date, get back out there, start meeting new people, start, taking it easy, but go out there and start socializing. You're not meant to be alone. So your ancestors just really feel that some of you are quite lonely and very much single. And even if you don't want to get in a long-term commitment, they still want you to go out there and date and have fun and laugh. When it comes to your finances, they do feel that some of you need to brace yourself or prepare yourself for a job loss or a termination of employment, getting a pink slip, or they might sense that you are worried because your company might not be doing well, or due to financial times in the world in general, that you feel unease, that your job is not secure. So they're kind of giving you the heads up and the pat on the back that yes, you probably might have some concerns, but be proactive. Start, polishing your resume, start interviewing, start taking the necessary steps so that you're not, left out in the cold. They also see that some of you, the family's going to be growing. There could be news of an expected or unexpected pregnancy. It might not be you, but it could be your son, your daughter. It could be your niece, your nephew, or one of your siblings having a children. So the family is growing. They're laughing and crying with joy as they see, the family heritage and the family lineage growing. So they're very happy to see that. And also, they want to point out that a lot of you, especially those of you who lack job security or you're not happy within your jobs, they see and know that you have talents. Many of your talents they're aware of because they might have passed those talents down to you, and they see that a lot of you are not using your talents, and they want to remind you, Sagittarius, that a lot of you have entrepreneurial skills, and you can use that to supplement your income, or if you are displaced from a job or let go. Try doing it on your own. Try starting your own company, or at least start networking with people on how you can do that. But a lot of you do have the skill sets and the know-how. You just got to probably, again, network with other people how to start your own business. And many of you, not all of you, but many of you would be successful. Let's see what the ancestors want you to release in general for your life this mid-January, and possibly this is a feeling that they have for you, in general throughout this year. Surrender the obsessive thinking. If you have any obsession about someone, if you're pining away or you have this desire in your heart that you must have this one person, you're crying over this one person, you need to give up on this situation and on that person. Surrender the feeling of wanting to obsess this person or being obsessive over this person and not wanting to be with anyone else but that person. if you release it, it will give you clarity, and you might see the obsessive behavior that you have with this person. Obsession is not a healthy thing, and they don't want you to succumb to that obsession over one person, because there could be many other suitors, many other potential lovers and partners who are better for you than this obsession for this person that you have. And anytime you're obsessed with one particular person, that person has a power over you. That person kind of is controlling the narrative of your love life, because they can pull the strings and know that no matter what they do or where they go, they're always going to have you as an option, as a backup plan. So never give anyone that much authority or that much power to think that they are the everything and only thing for you ever in life. That you're going to pine away over them and you're going to set aside all others and you're never going to date again. No, that is not what your ancestors want for you. And that's not what the universe wants for you. So if you're obsessing over someone, please release it, your ancestors suggest. Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Your ancestors want many of you to stop limiting your ideas about yourself that come from your past. Some of you might come from some very sad upbringings, some challenging times coming up through your family. You might have dealt with addiction or domestic issues within your family, or financial struggles. There could have been absentee parents in your upbringing. Your ancestors, your abuela, your grandpa, your nonna, your aunts and your uncles could have raised many or some of you, not necessarily your parents. You could have lost your parents at a young age. And all these things that you might have gone through your younger years that you never really got help with, or you never spoke or addressed and came to terms with, could be holding you back and still tying you to the past. So even if you came from challenging times back then, it doesn't mean that you can't be and you're not a winner now. So they really want you to let go of those outdated beliefs. Let go of the roadblocks and the idea that you're not worthy enough, or that you can't have, or you're not deserving enough because you had a rocky start. It's not where you start, it's where you finish. So stop limiting the ideas about yourself that come from your past, and then, Sagittarius, you'll be able to own up to your power and continue to aim and thrive in life. Your ancestors definitely want you to use your spiritual gifts and your discernment and just common sense to see beyond current situations. Sometimes we're too close to situations, and our judgment and our sense of thinking is off. But if you look outside of it, if you look with your third eye, you can see beyond. So they feel that a lot of you need to have that clarity. And that was a message that we got at the beginning of the year, to obtain clarity so we can focus better. So that kind of ties into that. They want you to shift your perception. Well, we just spoke about getting rid of the outdated thoughts and feelings that you have from yourself and from your past. And the air guardian says you need to shift your perception. You need to change your way of thinking. You need to change the way how you look at things. You can't look at life and yourself in the same way that you have been doing all your life, because you're not the same person that you were when you were 10, when you were 20, when you were 30, when you were 40. You change and you evolve, and so should your thinking and your way of life and how you approach life. The elders want you to move beyond your ancestral patterns. The thing about ancestry and the foundation of our families is that they built the foundation, they started it, but we're supposed to add to it, to contribute, to adapt, and to expand it. And they're reminding you that part of your purpose in this life is to help your family and the foundation of your ancestry to grow and to expand. Not to stay stuck in the past, not to succumb to the hurt and pains from the past, but use the past as a guiding tool and reminder of how far you've come and how far yet you can still go. With the hunter, track down your fears and desires. Your ancestors want you to identify and come to terms with what it is that you're afraid of. Let it go, bring it to God, and deal with it, and move forward. Many of you, you're hiding in the closet, or you're hiding from your emotions. You're not trying to see beyond your situations because of fear. And fear is stopping a lot of you from having success, from having joy, for allowing love and healing to come into your life. In the middle of the deck, the ancestors with the moon energy, they want you to take a note of the intuitive messages, and that's not only messages that you get within, but the messages that you get through these readings and through other spiritual tools that you get through the universe. A lot of the unknown can come to you in your dreams, through your intuition, through readings. They want you to take a mental note of that. And yes, the timing might be off, or it might not be accurate for this moment, but there is some type of accuracy at some point in your life with these messages, and they want you to understand that. That is why it's so important when readings are done for you and cards are pulled for you, that you pay attention throughout the whole reading. Because the one part where you turn off your camera or you walk away from your phone might be the message that you in particular needed. It's not always what we see and hear in front of us is all we need to know. There's still a lot that is unknown to us that will be revealed to us, but until it is, we have to have our intuition and be in touch with the universe and the ancestors to receive those hidden messages, those clues, those hints that help us navigate through life in a more effective way. The Spirit Fox, trust your talents in changing times. Yes, for those of you especially that might have concerns about job security, they want you to trust your talents. To know that yes, even if you work a 9 to 5 and you don't feel stable in that job, if you have gifts and talents, rely on those gifts and talents. Don't forsake them. Use them to your benefit, to either replace your current job or to use as a buffer in addition to. But the Spirit Fox and the ancestors want you to trust your talents, because times are changing and you have to be able to change with the times as well. With the final card of Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. Some of you, you might have to barter. And for those of you who don't know the definition of barter, it's like to trade. Quid pro quo. If you're a lawyer and you need services from a carpenter, and a carpenter is a carpenter but can't afford legal services, well, the carpenter can say to the lawyer, hey, you need your bathroom fixed? Well, I'll fix your bathroom if you could represent me in this case. It's taking the talents that you and someone else has and trading and exchanging them in lieu of payment. And that's what they did back in the days. There weren't department stores and fancy malls. There was little right? Marks on the streets, on the sand, and there was just these vendors, these traders, right, with their bags of their goods, exchanging between each other for what they needed. So, in struggling times, and when your finances are not intact and you can't afford to pay for certain things, go back to the old ways, ancestors said. That's how we started. We didn't have big malls. We didn't have Amazon, right? We didn't have all these things that we have now in the technology. We just had our feet, our hands, our eyes, and the goods that and talents that we were able to create. So if you have a gift and you're in need of a service, find someone that's in need of the service that you have a gift to provide. In hard times, you can still trade and barter. So exchange that energy to create the abundance that you need. Yes, having money is vital in today's world, but don't forget how they used to do it in the past. It can still work as well now. One more card from the stack. In the middle, we get spring. See your seeds grow. Some of you might not see some things take flight for you until the spring. You still need to continue to nurture and plant the seeds for the things that you want to do. Others of you who've been making the necessary plans and changes and adjustments, you see gradual changes and things will slowly continue to open up for you. But you have to plant those seeds. You have to nurture them. You have to believe in them. You have to trust, and you have to let go. As we come to a close, we get the message, welcome abundance into your life. Prosperity is on its way to you, Sagittarius. Have faith that Source will heal your financial challenges. Your ancestors know that a lot of us are concerned about our finances, especially in today's world. They want you to know abundance will come. It might not be here right now, but it's on its way. So have faith. Source will heal your financial challenges. And for those of you who say, who is Source? Your Almighty God, the universe. That is who Source is. As we close out this message, we just want to give our ancestors thanks for their homage, for their protection, for their guidance. May they continue to be a blessing and a source of light and enlightenment and empowerment to our lives. We haven't forgotten them. We pray for them, and we still need them now more than ever. So as we close with the tarot, again, they're stressing that many of you need to be a little bit more positive on your partnerships and the potential for love, that there is love for many of you, that it's okay to love, not to be too tough on yourself. Some of you, it's not going to happen right away. There's going to be delays in your love life and delays and unfairness you might be going through certain circumstances. They do sense that a lot of you are worried and you're losing sleep over personal, financial, and just life in general. A lot of fear. They sense the fear. A lot of you worrying about what you've accomplished or what you haven't accomplished, or the things that you've left undone or unsaid in your life. With the Empress in reverse, they don't feel that you are nurturing yourself or nurturing your gifts, or that you've lost along the way your power to nurture, your power to give birth to new ideas, to give birth to abundance. And they want to see that change for you. And some of you, they see it changing slowly, but you need to give it more energy. There will be good news coming towards some of you in the near future, Some of you might be moving, or you might need to move before that good news comes. They still see many of you looking back and having regrets about the past, and again, they want you to put that to bed. Some of you will get married this year, or there will be an expansion like we saw earlier in the family. We end with the World card. They want you to know that you have achieved much success, and they were there with you as you celebrated through those successes. You have accomplished a lot. You have traveled, and that you should be happy with yourself where you are. And if you're not, then do what it is that's necessary for you to feel fulfilled, to have happiness, to have joy. For many of you, your world is going through changes right now. And it has to, because as with all of us, we need to evolve. Yeah, many of you, you're looking out into the world, trying to find your place. What's your next, your next job, your next path? Where is it that you're going to move to next? A lot of you feel unsettled, or the sense that this is a time that you do need to move. So many of you are looking towards, okay, God, okay, universe, okay, ancestors, where do I go next? What foreign land do I need to go to? You're trying to get the foresight and build up the confidence and strength, even though you are bombarded with a lot of things in your life, to forge forward with the freedom and foresight that you have towards success, towards happiness, towards the outcome that you would like in your life. Continuing to have faith and putting in the hard work, and continuing to enjoy and experience life, even with its challenges. So continue to look out, not only to where you should go and what you should do, but also continue to look out to hear the messages from the angels and from your ancestors. A lot of you, you have the world in your hands right now. This is the right time for you to make a choice, or this is where you come to a pivotal point in your life where you have to make a choice that can change the direction or the course of your journey in life. You might have a choice to go east or to go west. The choices that you make now are pivotal to your future. Your ancestors want you to remember how you approached the decisions you made in the past, and when you made those choices, what the outcome was of them, so that when you make these present choices, and as you look out into the world and you try to place yourself in the right place along your journey and with your purpose, that you take your time to make your choices and realize the pitfalls or the disappointments or delays that can come with each choice. Be mindful of the choice. Be mindful that everything might not be a yes. It might be a no, or as it indicates here, some of the choices that you might make, it could be a maybe. It may or it may not work out. But it doesn't mean that you still stand still. So a lot of you will have the urge to move, to leave your present situation, to go far, maybe further than you've ever gone. But take your time, assess the risk. Is it time to take a leap of faith? Is that the direction that you should truly go? What is the right path for you at this particular time in your life? And if ever you're doubtful, again, take it to God in prayer. Take it to your ancestors. They want you to be happy. They know you have happiness along your journey. They just want you to go after it and be mindful of it and be part of the process of your growing and nurturing. And using your past, yes, as a tool towards the present and the future, but not as an anchor to keep you stuck in past energy and in past feelings and past emotions and past pain. So as we close this, again, we give thanks to our ancestors. I give thanks to you for watching this. I hope this reading has been a blessing, an insight, and hopefully it's reached some of you where you are making these choices in life and you are in these paths where it's so important to your world, the decisions that you make and the connections and the relationships that you manifest. May God always be the glory, and may you have a beautiful season. Namaste.